Before we get into today's episode, I just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Edge Pizza Ovens. And I'll tell you exactly why I like these guys. George pulls up to your shop to bake your pizza, your dough, your sauce, your cheese, your toppings through their oven to show you the quality that you can get from that conveyor. It's not like you're shopping online for an oven or you got to go to a showroom and talk to a sales guy. We're talking about, let's see what your product does through the oven with a test bake. He loads up the test truck and drives to wherever you are. It is the best process I've ever seen when it comes to showing people what these ovens can do. And I'm not just saying it because they sponsored the show. I'm using an Edge oven here at the shop. You guys have seen it, love it to death. It literally changed how we run and how we operate as a pizzeria. So I encourage you to just check him out. If you want to see where George is headed, he's all over the country all the time. Just follow hashtag Where's George Today on Instagram, on Facebook. Also, if you want to book a test bake, you want to see what it can do, you want to see him come to your shop, or you don't think he can match your bake, your quality, go to edgeovens.com/test bake. I'll put the link in the show notes, but you can schedule a test bake for yourself and see the results. Now let's get into the episode. We're back for Takeout Tips. It's been a couple of weeks, but we are right back here with you. Summer's winding down. We're getting close to back to school, so we can really get back into our weekly routine. With that being said, I'm Tyrell. I'm your host. This is the Pizza King podcast. It's Thursday, so that means we're doing Takeout Tips. Really want to touch on marketing a little bit this week, especially since we just released the episode with Kevin Slaughter from MailWise. He dropped so many jewels in that conversation that I thought it'd be smart just to revisit it, at least talk about what we're doing in the shop, and hopefully that helps somebody out there. It's always something like, oh, we're gonna drop some flyers, we're gonna do social media or whatever, we're gonna do a mailer, and there's all these one-off things, right? And we try to call that our marketing program, but that's wishful thinking, right? Sometimes it works, but most of the time what you end up with is an expense that doesn't really bring anything back for you, right? So what we've been working on and what I'm doing and what I work on is having a strategy behind that marketing. And I think the first thing that people ignore, what people skip, and Kevin touched on it in our interview, was, what's the goal? Like, what is your desired outcome? And then that should determine the channels that you use, the tactics that you deploy, the offers that you put out there should all be feeding into what that end goal is, right? So if your goal is to drive more business, and look, and let's back it up a little bit. There's only 4 real levers when it comes to marketing for a pizzeria, right? And when I talk about marketing, I'm talking about dollars out and dollars in. Like, for every $1 we spend, $2 come back. Or for every $5 we spend, $20 comes back. Like, whatever that is, we're talking about marketing. We're not talking about going viral. Nothing against people who go viral. I want to go viral. So there's only really 4 levers when it comes to marketing for a pizzeria. One, it's acquisition, customer acquisition. This is getting people who have never been to your restaurant to come to your restaurant or to order a pizza from you. Someone who's never heard of you, never tried it, acquiring a new customer. This is number 1. Number 2, you can reactivate lapsed customers. You can get people who have tried you and for whatever reason they haven't come back. You got to have something, that reactivates them, whether that be, a discounted offer or a call to action or an email or a text or something, just to, re-engage those folks. Social media is really good for that. The third one is you can increase the frequency of the customers that you already have. Say you have regulars and they're coming to you once a month. How do we get them to come in twice a month? You got regulars, they're coming to you twice a month. How do we get them to come in 3 or 4 times a month? So it's increased frequency. And then the last one is we can increase the ticket average. So we can raise prices. We can add upsell, opportunities. We can do bundles. There's a lot of different ways to increase ticket average. So those are the 4. You can get new customers. You can reactivate old customers. You can increase the frequency of the customers that are consistent with you, or you can get the customers that are coming to pay a little bit more on a ticket. I'm in the mode of doing all 4 right now. And I'm going to tell you exactly how we're doing it. We're doing all 4 of those. Our marketing program is designed to attract new customers. It has reactivation built into it. It has frequency built into it through the text and email program. And because we're pushing an online platform and we're pushing, loyalty, ticket average is higher, and I'll tell you exactly what we're doing. And full transparency, I use Mailwise. You know what I mean? So I'm going to talk a little bit about how the mail plays into that. And then at the end, I'll tell you the special offer that Kevin has for us. All right, so we know the 4 levers. We can attract new customers, we can reactivate old customers, we can increase the frequency that our current customers are coming in, and we can increase ticket average. Remember, I told you the first thing that you got to do is understand what your goal is, right? So for somebody who's just trying to start and just trying to figure out, what your marketing program looks like, what are you doing? I tell you, pick one. Go after acquiring new customers, or go after increasing your ticket average. If it were somebody that was starting out, and you got good business, I would tell you, let's figure out how to get your ticket average up. And then we can work on reactivating folks or increasing frequency, things like that, bounce back offers, all of those different things. We're targeting all four levers. We're pulling all 4 levers right now. But again, I've been doing this a little while. The first thing I would tell you, after you understand what your goal is, I want you to understand the type of business that you're in. This is a pizza business. And as cool as it would be to have people from all over the world coming to our pizzerias and enjoying our product and raving about it online and leaving reviews, and we're going viral and everybody wants it. What we need to really understand is that pizza is a local business. Even for the national chains, the people who dine with you on a regular basis oftentimes live within a 3, 4, 5 mile radius of your shop. Not too many people. I'm not going to say no one, because there are people who do, but most folks are not driving 45 minutes to go get a pizza. They're not going to drive, 30 minutes away, 45 minutes, an hour away to go get a pizza and drive home, or to dine out for a pizza. They're going to visit their best local option, right? So geography has to be part of your plan. You got to understand your trade area. You got to understand what your capacity is for business. Like how many people, how many homes around here, how many businesses around here, how many churches, how many schools, how many apartment complexes. Like, once you know your trade area so well, you understand how to activate the people in your community, right? So understanding that's going to be that's homework for you. This is where the internet works great. You can tell ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity or whatever platform you're using, hey, here's my address. Pull all the businesses in the 3 mile radius. Pull all the schools in the 3 mile radius. Pull all the churches in the 3 mile radius. Let me know all the daycares around here. Now we have so many tools. We used to have to join the Chamber of Commerce, go searching addresses and, draw a map. And, it was much harder back in the day. And it's so much easier now to understand what's happening around you. So understanding your trade area, do the research, because each one of those little businesses, each one of those schools, each one of those churches, each one of those daycares, each one of those, dry cleaners, like all of those are potential customers. And the better you understand it, the better chance you have at reaching those folks, right? So first piece of homework, second piece. First piece, have a goal. Second piece, know your trade area. There's been a lot of conversation, and because I had Kevin on, I want to talk about where digital versus direct mail plays into my strategy. And we do both. We have a digital component. We have a direct mail component. We have, the flyers and the box hoppers and all of these things. I love what mail is doing for us right now, because there is way less competition in the mailbox. You know what I mean? Like, while it's great and it's so easy and it's cheap, and we just heard, Gary Wilson say he's all organic. He does everything online, and it's working very well for him. That's the other thing. You got to do what works for you. And it's working really well for him. He's going live on Facebook every day. There's a lot of competition online. There's a lot of competition in someone's email inbox. There's a lot of competition on someone's social media feed. There's not a lot of competition in the mailbox. Dude, I mean, just being honest, like, even me, and I'm doing mail, I'm doing every door direct mail. Mailwise prints my flyers. I handle my mailing, but they can handle mailing for you too. We'll talk about that later. I go to the post office, every week, and she's like, I talk to the people. They're like, no, not too many people dropping flyers here doing every door direct mail anymore. That to me is like, oh, there's opportunity here. They're like, like, I had one girl, she didn't even really know how to do it in the system. Like, listen, mail's been around a long time. I know a lot of people consider it old school, but you also got to understand that there's opportunity there for that reason, because there's not a whole lot of competition in the mailbox. So we mail. We're mailing every week. I love every door direct mail. Some people like to do different programs. I love Every Door Direct because I can zero it down to the route. We picked which routes we want to hit, which communities we want to be in, which neighborhoods. And this goes back to understanding your zone, right? I know, which folks are going to be, easier for us to deliver to, which neighborhoods are in food deserts that don't know that they have all these options, which folks drive past us on the way in and on the way out, every morning or every evening, which folks are in an area that is underserved. So because we understand that, we can target them and we can target their street. We can target those routes. I love Every Door Direct Mail. But there's a lot of different ways to target folks through the mail. You can do a new mover program. Listen, communities are growing. People are moving all the time. New mover is a great way to introduce your shop to somebody who hasn't chosen who their local pizzeria is going to be. If you're not in that conversation, you don't get that opportunity. Or maybe you're just hoping they, accidentally see your post, or someone shares it, or they just happen to drive by your shop. Look, I get people that come in and say, I didn't even know you guys were here. I've been living here for 15 years and driving by every day. I never knew you were here. Happens almost every single day. We were in my last shop. We were there for, that shop has been there for 25 years. We owned it for 13 years. And every day somebody came in that has lived in that community the 20 plus years, drove by us every single day and never knew we were there. Shopped in our center and never came down to the other end. People are creatures of habit, so you got to break into those habits. But they seen us, so but I got this in my mailbox. I didn't even know you were there. Happens all the time. So enough on that. But like I said before, less competition in the mailbox. It's worth being there. So the other layer of our marketing program is the digital aspect. So like I said, customer acquisition, reactivating lost customers, increasing frequency, and increasing ticket average. So as far as customer acquisition, we are in the mailbox. We send out a piece. It has a strong offer on it. First pizza is free on us. Large one topping pizza, $18 on us. All they got to do is sign up. Sign up for the rewards program, and it's loaded into your account. That plays into parts 2, 3, and 4 of our marketing strategy, right? Once they're in our loyalty account, then what happens? They can receive our text and emails. So a couple of times a week, we're going to send out, rewards exclusive offers. If we're running a special, I'm going to give my rewards folks an extra $1 off, an extra $2 off. If we're expanding our delivery, I'm going to tell the rewards people first. Like whatever it is, this is how we communicate with our customers directly. So our email list, our text list, those are gold for us. So we want to continue to feed those channels, right? Feed those lists. And it's very cheap or free. The email program is free. The text is very cheap. So we want to continue to drive folks to that. And remember when I told you it's about having a strategy. So my strategy wasn't picking either, any specific one of those 4 levers. My strategy was through building our loyalty program, we can activate on all 4 levels of marketing. So that's where our program works and how it works. So the mail component has a very strong offer, first pizza on us. It also has another coupon just to introduce it. Some people don't want to commit. They don't want to give you email addresses, but they still want a deal. So we got a strong deal, 18-inch pizza, $14.99 on it. From a digital standpoint, we have, Instagram page, we have Facebook pages. We are posting there. We are engaged with community groups that run, contests for free pizza. We partner with the karate studio next door to us to do pizzas when they have signups, things like that. We make it fun. We do content together. But but that's not marketing. Those are just, one-off community things that we do. From a marketing standpoint, online, what we do is we run ads on Facebook, on Meta for our free pizza. So we run the ad, hey, get your first pizza on us, just sign up. It's a direct link to the sign up page. That drives new signups every single day into our program. And just like before, now we've covered customer acquisition. Once they're in the program, we know that we can retain them. But on the other side, once you order, our reward system is built in a way that it has all the lost customer triggers in there. So if someone doesn't order for 30 days, they get an offer. They don't order for 60 days, they get a stronger offer. They don't order for 90 days, they're going to get a free pizza. So reactivation is already built into that loyalty program. So that's what we're driving. That's why we're driving them. Once we get them in, we know we can do our best to keep them. Or they're gonna order. Loyalty ticket average is $5 higher than our online average. So online people are spending $27 an order with us. Our loyalty customers are spending $32. So now you understand how we hit all four levers, right? And that's exactly what the program is designed to do. One of the things I like about Kevin is that when we met and when we started to talk about putting a mail program together, he asked me what my goal was. And my goal was simple. I want to drive more folks to our rewards and our loyalty program because I want the opportunity to text and email them and continue to market to them for free or relatively cheap. So he said, all right, cool. Let's make sure we put a strong offer on there. He designed a piece for me. Process was so simple, so easy. He had within days, samples in my inbox, proofs ready for me to look at. We went back and forth. He gave me great advice on different things. You can hear all about all those things that we talked about in the episode that just came out on Tuesday. Check that episode out because Kevin did drop some jewels there. One of the things I want to make sure that I touch on that he said was having a strong offer and making sure that you have tracking on the back end. So none of it matters if you can't track it. It doesn't matter if you can't measure it. You're just throwing shots into the dark unless you have something that's trackable and something that's measurable, because I would hate for you to put money and time and energy and effort into something and not even have the ability to know if it works. You know what I mean? So we need some tracking in there. So every piece is different. I have a box topper piece that has different codes than the mail piece. We want to know where everything comes from. So we know what we get through the pixel and what gets, who signs up from a Facebook or Instagram ad. We know who redeems offers from the mail piece because it has specific codes and trackable codes. Everything is QR code sign up or coupon code to enter online. Same thing with the box hopper or the bounce back offers. We have those set up to have their own special codes, whether it's something that they get through their email, through the lost customer emails, or if they have a box topper or something that we put on every single box, specific codes for everything so that we know exactly which program it came for, which program it came from, and which piece is actually driving it. So that's an important piece of it. That's a very important piece of it. But yeah, it's there's a lot of different levels, a lot of different layers to the marketing program. I'm telling you, pick one of those levers, whether it's you need to acquire new customers, you need to bring old customers back. You need to get the customers that are coming in to come in more frequently. I think that's really the goal, right? Is having the people that are coming to you come more frequently. That is the easiest way to increase sales and probably has the greatest potential. But then getting those folks that are coming to spend a few more dollars. But if you need help putting together your own marketing program, I suggest you reach out to Kevin and the team at MailWise. He can help you understand what other shops are doing. He can help you understand what's been working in the industry. And he's got a strong offer just for Pizza King podcast listeners. $150 off your printing. That's real money. That just shows the kind of guy that he is. He's committed to making sure that the pizza community understands the benefits from a mail program. But he does more than just mail. He can print in-store menus. They can print flyers. They can print, just about anything that, he does folders and, all types of different collateral material. So reach out to Kevin, tell him Pizza King sent you. They're going to give you $150 off, and just make sure that you find, what's going to work for your shop and put it out there. But that's all we got for today. I appreciate each one of you guys for tuning in. We are back. Shout out to all the sponsors. Shout out to everyone who's making this possible for us. Edge Pizza Ovens. Again, Kevin at Mailwise Solutions. Go to my page. You can see everything that we're working on. There's a partners page if you want discounts on things like Wook AI, or if you want to join the SPM Pro group. All these things that we're doing to help run better shops is all there for you at pizzakingpodcast.com. Link is in the show notes. We'll see you next week. Holler at you. Peace.